The coffin was closed, but she was alive inside the church. Hidden behind dark glasses and a black veil, Evelyn Carter listened as her husband stood at the podium, shaking with emotion that felt almost convincing. The room was filled with mourners, flowers, and whispers of tragedy. Everyone believed Evelyn was dead, buried by a staged accident. What no one knew was that she was standing 10 feet away, breathing slowly, recording everything. When the priest stepped aside, her husband cleared his throat and spoke words that froze her blood. "I loved her," he said, then paused. "But her death solved everything." Gasps rippled through the room. Evelyn's fingers tightened around her phone. She had faked her death to escape suspicion. She never expected to hear a confession this early. And she definitely didn't expect him to reveal the truth so easily, surrounded by people who believed he was grieving. Evelyn Carter had planned the disappearance carefully. The car crash was convincing. The fire destroyed evidence. The body was unrecognizable. Her husband, Marcus, cried on camera and accepted condolences like a man devastated by loss. But behind closed doors, Evelyn's private investigator uncovered inconsistencies, financial transfers, secret meetings, a mistress waiting patiently in another city. Evelyn didn't confront him. She vanished. For months, she watched from a distance as Marcus stepped into her businesses, made decisions he was never qualified to make, and quietly prepared to move on. The funeral was her test, a final confirmation. She needed to hear the truth without filters, without fear. And as Marcus continued speaking, thanking people for their support, Evelyn realized the man she married wasn't grieving. He was relieved. And relief, spoken out loud, was more damning than any accusation. After the service, Evelyn followed the procession to the cemetery, staying hidden among strangers. Marcus stood beside the grave, hand resting on the shoulder of a woman Evelyn recognized immediately. The mistress. She whispered something that made Marcus smile. That smile told Evelyn everything. Later that night, the recordings were reviewed by her legal team. Every word was admissible, every admission devastating. Marcus had discussed motives, money, and freedom without realizing the dead were listening. Evelyn wasn't just his wife. She was a silent majority shareholder in multiple companies he now controlled. Her death activated temporary authority. Her return would end it permanently. Evelyn didn't rush. Timing mattered. Exposure without preparation was chaos. She needed precision, because when she came back, she wouldn't just reclaim her life. She would dismantle his. The resurrection began with paperwork, a court filing, a verified identity confirmation, then a meeting Marcus never expected. When Evelyn walked into the conference room alive, color drained from his face. He couldn't speak, couldn't stand. She played the funeral recording without emotion. His confession echoed through the room. The mistress was escorted out by security, still in shock. Evelyn explained calmly that faking her death exposed everything: breach of trust, abuse of authority, financial misconduct. The board voted unanimously. Marcus was removed within minutes. He begged. He apologized. Evelyn didn't respond. The woman he thought was buried had just ended his career, his reputation, and his control with nothing but patience and proof. The media exploded when the truth surfaced. Headlines called it a miracle, a scandal, a betrayal. Evelyn didn't give interviews. She didn't need to. Marcus faced investigations, lawsuits, and public disgrace. The mistress vanished. Friends distanced themselves. Everything Marcus gained during Evelyn's absence was reversed. Every contract invalidated. Every privilege revoked. Evelyn returned to her office, her home, her life, stronger than before. She hadn't survived death. She had used it, used silence to let truth reveal itself. The world saw revenge. Evelyn saw correction. When people believe you are gone, they show you who they really are. And Marcus had spoken clearly. Months later, Evelyn visited the grave bearing her name. She placed flowers gently, not in mourning, but in closure. The woman who died there no longer existed. The woman who walked away had no need for anger. Betrayal had taught her restraint. Power had taught her patience. Marcus lost everything chasing freedom. Evelyn gained clarity by letting go. She didn't fake her death to punish him. She did it to listen, and what she heard ended a lie she once called love. As she turned away from the grave, Evelyn knew one truth would guide her forever. Sometimes the most powerful move isn't confronting betrayal. It's letting it speak while you remain unseen. If you love billionaire betrayal stories, silent revenge, and shocking twists that change everything, subscribe now. We upload daily, and the next story is even more ruthless.